What's up, guys? I'm Drew with Comics Elite here with
Kyle, not Kevin.
So it's time for the top 10 of the week. Yay! So yeah, it may be shocking or stunning to some people who only watch our Skibits and Mez who comment like, "We guys never talk about good books."
You guys don't like any books?
Do you not see that we do top 10 every week?
I've been doing it for years.
And on top of that, I do it twice a week. I do it on our channel, and I do it with Wes and Thinking Critical.
True.
I'm double dipping on the best of the week. So yes, just shocking to some people. We do talk about there are good books out there.
Just drinking the hater.
Yeah, there are a lot of diamonds in the rough, right? But
there are.
They're there. So yeah, we had a top 10, and I got 2 honorable mentions. Well, one is because it's so bad, it's good. So let's go and get started with that. So the lowest, it is so bad. It's so bad it has to be read to be believed. Spend the Night, issue number 1
from Kong Comics.
I have never heard of this company before. I'm sure we're gonna get a comment from someone who said like, "Oh, come on, they've been around for decades, man. They publish this, and that." I'm like,
greatest publisher of all time.
Yes, like okay,
sure they whatever.
Cut the Prozac in half there, buddy. From Jackie Kong. Kyle, you know Jackie Kong? She from that movie that time?
No.
Right?
And the weird thing is we're big horror buffs. I did not know the movies that this person quote unquote wrote, directed, started, whatever the fuck she claimed she did.
Yeah.
No.
It's like
never heard of these.
Yeah. We know deep pulls when it comes to horror films.
Yeah.
And
I don't even know where these are.
Probably straight to Shudder, I would assume.
It could be, probably.
Look, this comic is so bad it needs to be read to be believed. I laughed unintentionally several times at this because of how implausibly stupid it is. If this were one of her horror films, it would be on Red Letter Media's Best at the Worst. It should be on Red Letter Media's Best at the Worst.
Should be.
Yeah, because it is just laugh out loud stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The setup, the story, the dialogue, the motivations, the questions about when the hell this takes place. What millennial or jackass in high school knows Bye Bye Birdie?
None.
None. This is so bad, it's good for a laugh.
Yeah. Short of the song, the only reason I know it is mainly because of Mad Men.
Mad Men, yeah.
It got me to remember it, sort of thing. Like, oh yeah, that was a thing. Other than that, no fucking person knows Bye Bye Birdie. Let alone
no millennial.
Yeah, wants to dress up.
No Gen Zer knows.
Yeah, or 2 of them wanting to dress up as Bye Bye Birdie. It's like,
when does this take place?
Yeah, what year? And I for a second I thought it was like maybe it's still for the 70s. Seems a little weird, but
yeah,
I'm like maybe it's the 70s. But then like
Siri,
Alexa, I'm like,
yeah.
Wait, this is now? Like, wait a second, what? Who's just up as like Ziggy Stardust or like it's like
what fantasy land does this take place in?
I'm so confused. Why is this happening?
No, this, like I said, this has to be read to be believed. It's so bad. Yeah, it's funny, unintentionally funny,
and not even like good horror tropes where the boyfriend dresses up as
like I said, it's lazy and stupid. Yeah. Like if you want to see how to do a horror story incorrectly, you want to see a textbook version of what not to do. Here you go.
Or go watch April Fool's Day.
That too, yeah. Next honorable mention I got, it got bumped. Action Comics 1053.
That's fine.
I really struggled with this one.
I know.
So, like I mentioned to you, we typically don't talk about comics beforehand, but this is one I had to because we have a continuity problem here. Superman goes to see Luthor in prison about John Corbin. Right, makes sense. And what does Luthor say? Quote: "The one thing I value about prison life, the privacy." I wish I had a whistle on me. Bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, no. If anyone read Superman 1 and 2, they know Luthor has been pestering the hell out of Superman 24/7. And it's actually trying to get him to break him out of prison.
Yes.
That's a big problem here. On top of that, Luthor here is really written as Luthor should be.
Very well.
Yeah, a cold, calculating villain. Not a punchline to be a joke by Josh Williamson. But anyway, after that, we get some downright creepy and sad stuff with Metallo, which is great. But then we slam on the brakes to see more cutesy wootsy family time. That's what we want in Action Comics.
Ugh.
But we then see that one of the new kids is murdering people in the streets. So the plot thickens, despite their best efforts.
They are from War World.
Yes, very true. That is true, Kyle. Yeah. Then the real story with Dan Jurgens and Lee Weeks is phenomenal. I really enjoyed that. It's creepy and very intense. I love how John is written in that story. Third story. I'm going to bring to you another presentation from Comics Elite Theater. I'll be John Kent. You be Power Girl. Aren't like brains like cool?
Yeah.
Insane. It's a honorable mention.
Yeah. It cracked my top 10 just because I really love the Metallics and the art is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair. Okay.
So with that, we're on the number. Number 10, I got The Approach. Number 5.
I got Local Man.
I'm noticing a disparity here.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you talk about Local Man?
Yeah, I'm a little more forgiving on that. I know it is very Tom King-esque to see just a guy being treated like shit, and constantly beaten down by everyone in the town, by his family.
Very played out trope.
Yeah, his parents saying he's a piece of shit. And
yeah.
But I'm hoping as opposed to Tom King continuing to bury people, and there is no arc of coming back from it.
There's no redemption. That word redemption does not exist in Tom King's vocabulary.
It doesn't, because you can't. And so I'm hoping that there is some redemption to this character, and by the end of this, maybe.
Yeah, because I love Tony Fleeks. Tony Fleeks is a great storyteller. Stray Dogs, loved it, and I really truly hope. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and then the backup stuff when you flip it into the 90s is
love
awesome.
It. Yeah, great. That's the best stuff.
Yeah, cool art, and I love the character design.
It's fun.
Guy.
Yeah.
So I'm holding out hope that from here we see a redemption.
Yep, I agree. The Approach, number 5. This is it. Final issue. The monster is attacking the facility. We get deaths and destruction. Will anyone or can anyone survive? You gotta read to find out. This was a fun, action-packed read. I didn't read the first 4 issues. I jumped into this. I'm like, what the shit is going on here? It's like when I fell asleep during Return of the King and like, oh my God, it's a giant spider. What the hell is going on here? That was awesome. It woke me up because it's a pretty boring movie. Yes, I said that about Return of the King. Strong recommend. The Approach number 5. Yeah.
Wow, strong recommend.
Yes.
Interesting.
All right, so we are on to number. Number 9, I got Bloodstained Teeth. Hey, how about that? And muy interesante. Yeah. This was a lot of fun and intense for a final issue. What will happen with Atticus? Will he make it through to the end? Will we find out what one of his favorite songs is? You got to read to find out.
You wanted to.
Yeah. This had a solid conclusion. Great art as well. I love the pop art style of this. Yeah.
The art is what sells this series by far. It's how you think it's going to end.
It wasn't as fun or funny as the previous issue. Issue 9. Correct. Oh my God. I was dying laughing.
Yeah, you want to talk about a left turn.
Yes, I loved it.
And that's kind of what these all were, like him killing one at a time that he's turned into a sip, and that redemption arc of him eventually, coming back into the fold. It's kind of, you kind of know how this is going to go, but it's still enjoyable and well. So I can recommend this series actually.
Absolutely,
this was fun. Recommend.
All right, so we're on to the. Number 8. This is a big difference you and me had. I got my reasons for this one. I got Daredevil number 9.
Okay, and I have Action Comics.
All right, so big difference. Okay, so Daredevil number 9. People are turning on Daredevil now, and for good reason. What he's doing effectively, I mean, if you've been reading this and you have a strong morality compass, what he's doing is evil. It's wrong, and he's using victims and people who are weak mentally as soldiers, and they're leaving, which is good. Matt has his moment to yell at the sky. You gotta have that.
Everyone, you have to.
Yeah. But there is an attack on Daredevil's compound, and it looks like the real heroes are coming in to knock some sense back into him. Hopefully knock some sight back into him, too. Hopefully in the next issues, we won't have Daredevil lecturing to Tony Stark the evils of capitalism, which would be nice. This was good. It wasn't great. It was good. Daredevil looks like a haggard old man in this comic.
He does.
And maybe that's intentional. The art is not bad. The story isn't bad either. It's just, I do like the idea of evil being undone by itself. That's what we're seeing here. And it's very biblical in the sense where evil being undone by itself. And that's what happened here. Daredevil is evil in this story. In this current arc, Daredevil is evil and he's being undone. And if you don't see him as evil in the story, you are very wrong. And it's great. The cows are coming home to roost.
Yes, they are.
Great. That's a joke. Nikki on 2.5.
Yeah. So then, yeah, we can have the real Daredevil take over. Then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then she'll
take over. Yeah.
And then finally,
then Queenslay. Finally, Queenslay.
Yeah. We'll get back on track. Action Comics 253, like you said, this was good, although it doesn't make sense continuity wise with what we literally just read in Superman.
Yeah.
But I did like
Tale of Two Luthers.
Yeah. The repartee. That is what really sells me is if you can get that banter between Lex Luthor and Superman.
Yeah.
If you can write both those characters sitting and talking to each other, then it's like then you really have something. And this what I actually really like.
Yeah, Josh Williamson can't do that. He doesn't have it. No. Philip Kennedy Johnson, yes, he's got it. He understands the characters clearly.
Yes. Yes. And again, the worst part of this book is those fucking brats that are sitting in that fucking house in war. It's like, get rid of that shit. Like, kill these kids, send them back to Warworld and get it out of our orbit or whatever they did.
Yes, put them in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, they haven't even brought it up recently. Like, it's still in orbit of Earth, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's like you do realize you have this orbiting celestial body circling the Earth, which would cause damage to Earth's gravity and everything. Everything. Yeah,
it tides and everything.
It's kind of a big fucking deal. I learned that in Bruce Almighty. Right? Yeah, it's a big deal.
I think if you're worried about that first and foremost,
that's not important right now. Yeah, it's not important right now.
But yeah, again, the art in this is fantastic. It's just there's just parts of this, and the Metallo stuff is
it's the best part. It's arguably the best part. Yeah,
a lot of heart. It's just creepy and scary and heartfelt. You kind of feel for the guy. It's like it's good.
He's got his motivations. I understand his motivations.
Yep. Yeah. So there's good stuff here, and there's not so good stuff here, but it's still a recommend for me.
Yeah.
So I liked it this week.
So that was number 8. That means we're on to number. All right, big difference here with these two, Kyle. I got Rocket Man and Rocket Girl number 1.
I have Venom, Lethal Protector.
So you already talked about this one. I'll talk about this one. I had a lot of fun reading this. Very well illustrated. So Rocket Man and Rocket Girl stop a group of thieves. They turn them over and the $1 million they stole, but it was actually $2 million stolen. Did the Rocket couple steal the other $1 million? This skimming off the top. The dialogue is great, and there's a great Uncle Sam joke in this. I actually laughed at. This was a very fun and well done one and done story. Recommend. Rocket Man and Rocket Girl number 1.
Wow. Yes. Venom Lethal Protector number 1. This was incredibly refreshing.
Yes, the art in this is amazing.
Art is so good, and getting back to old school Eddie Brock Venom. Clear stakes.
He's got his big bushy eyebrows.
Yeah, yes. And he's in New York, and he just stumbles upon a war literally going on, and you get Silver Sable.
Yeah, the Wild Pack.
Yeah,
the 90s, the Wild Pack. I've seen the Wild Pack in forever.
And it's like, this is easy. It's like this is what Venom is. It's like, fuck space and all this other time travel bullshit.
He's got two, 3 bodies, and Dylan Brock with the dog Venom. No,
it's like get rid of that. And this is what they did. And so it was so refreshing, fun, just 90s old school action. It was action packed. I had a lot of fun reading this whole thing. This was a solid recommend this week. It was just like, it felt like a nice warm blanket.
Absolutely.
Reading Venom again, like, finally. This is what I've been missing. And it's simple and it's easy.
Yeah, there's a reason why the KISS method it works. Keep it simple and stupid. Strong case for that right there.
Absolutely.
And it works.
Yes. Pick this up this week. This is a lot of fun.
All right, so we are on to number 5, 7. No. Number 6. I have got Power Rangers TMNT 2. Number 2. Hey, how about that?
How about that?
Yeah. This was a lot of fun and action packed, and I think this has a few first appearances as well. I think it's a key.
It's got a lot of first
appearances. Yes. There, right? Yeah. I love what Bull and Skull are up to. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, the Rangers getting used to being mutated and what's going on with Casey Jones. I love with it. I mean, there's like 4 different stories going on here.
There's a lot.
Maybe 5? I think. Yeah. And Dan Moore's art is terrific here as well.
Oh, love it. It works so well. He's able to draw the turtles and the power. It makes sense. Yeah. And it's just so cool to see the turtles drawn like turtles and just
and drawing the turtles as Rangers and drawing the Rangers as monsters.
Wow. He can do it all, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. I had such a fun time.
Yeah, true fun cartoonist.
Yeah.
Love it. Please do check this out. Strong recommend.
Mhm.
All right, we're on to number 5. I got Playthings number 5.
Okay, I got Cloudburn Time number 1.
Whoa! Oh man, that is okay. Please
Mhm.
discuss this.
Okay, so I was reading a lot of the Marvel books at one time, and by the time I got to this, I was skeptical. And first off, the art is fantastic in this. It fit really well. I liked the banter between Hulk and Thing. After reading so much crap from Marvel and reading terrible Hulk this week and been reading terrible Thing for a very long time, I'm like, this just actually just, I wanted it to be a little more simple, I guess. I was kind of expecting them to end up in this weird dimension and just having to just fight, onslaught after onslaught, just everything, all these waves of different creatures trying to kill them. But it was that, and it wasn't that. It gave me what I wanted, but not enough, I guess, is a way to say it. But other than that, I think it's worth it. And it's high up enough to where I think the art is really fantastic in this. And I did enjoy what fights we got with them. And I like how, Thing was actually seen as somewhat intelligent in this.
Yes. Yeah.
He's coming up with the plans. He's like, all right, I got a 3-step plan. Step 1, we're going to do this. Step 2, we're going to do this. And then Hulk's like, fuck it, I'm just going to go beat the shit out of this guy.
He's Hulk. Yeah, he's Hulk.
And save him. And he does. And ramifications for that happening because he's like, hey, you talk too much. It's like, okay, I like that stuff. It's fun. So, yeah, I'm going to give this a recommend. All right.
Playthings, the number 5. Yeah, the series comes to a horrifying and terrifying conclusion. The mother searches for her daughter and uncovers the truth about these playthings and what they are, and it's creepy.
That's what I thought.
It's creepy. Great pacing, terrific, terrifying art. Art very much fits this type of story. It's perfect. Strong recommend for this. This is an example this week of horror done right.
That's true.
Yep, that's true, Kyle.
That is true.
So we're on the number. Number 4, I got Venom, Lethal Protector number 1.
Strange Academy Finals number 5.
Okay, all right, Jeff Field. All right, so you talked about Venom. I'll talk about Venom real quick. Venom. This was flipping good. It's nice to know a talented writer, David Michelini, gets it when it comes to telling a comic book story. Action-packed. Venom is written like he truly is in this. Love it. We get big guns, silver sable, explosions, eating half-eaten sandwiches out of a dumpster. This was fun. And we need more comics like this from Marvel. We truly do. We need more of these. I absolutely love the art in this. This is beautiful. This is terrific. If you love Venom, if you truly love Venom, and you are experiencing a Venom void in your life, do check out Lethal Protector number 1. And it's like a double-sized comic too. At that,
it is.
It's well worth the punch, guys. Do check this out.
Yeah, Strange Academy Finals number 5. Commencement day's here.
Yep.
Everything's great. No problems whatsoever.
Nope,
Everybody's
none.
gonna move on, and I do like how Professor Voodoo was like, most commencements end at the end of your academic career, but you guys have been put through so much shit, and the stuff you guys are learning is so advanced and everything. We're gonna do it at the end of every year, sort of thing. So it was kind of nice, and it was like that kind of makes sense. So yeah, everything's great, and there are no problems whatsoever, and everybody's fine.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, I forgot. One of the kids' dad is somebody.
Someone who's been bargained with.
Yeah, many times.
Yeah. many times.
Yeah, I forgot. So Dormammu happens to show up, and and some of the kids that decided to join the faction of Dormammu, have other things to say about this. And I really like the banter they have of, you're creating an army just as much as we're creating an army, and it's like, no, it's different. Yeah, you're literally creating an army. It's like I really like that the dilemmas they have, and just kids being kids and having to deal with this serious thing, and and the teachers are like, no, this is their fight. They got fucking take.
Yep.
That was awesome.
This is their dishwashing soap. They got soak in it.
It was fantastic. I was like, that's absolutely wonderful. Lots of people. There's just so many good things, little things in this that they understand about kids in high school and everything. That just it's verisimilitude.
Yeah, this is an example of a creative team and a writer who, like you said, understands the voice of kids and teens. Whereas you have examples, to me, account at Marvel who don't get that at all, or independent writers who don't get that, or DC writers who clearly do not understand that at all. Scotty Young gets it.
He does, and you
have an artist who can draw kids.
It makes God, this art, it just
Humberto, man, he's
perfect.
Yeah,
it's absolutely perfect, and I cannot wait for the next issue. How this ends.
I can't wait for the omnibus.
I know.
Yeah, it's
gonna be. So
I love where Dormammu went. It's like, oh, no,
yeah, I know. It's like, oh shit.
Nope,
so
not saying it.
Yeah, don't want to spoil too much, but pick this up, read it. It's awesome. Strange Academy Final number 5.
All right, so we are on to the top. Number 3, I've got Ranger Stranger Deeper Cuts.
I have Playthings number 5.
All right, why don't you finish your thoughts about Playthings?
Yeah, so it's great. I like the ending. I love the ending. God, I like the art, and at other times it can be cleaned up a little bit, so I can at least better see.
I can see that because it's kind of hard at times to tell. Is that her hand or is that
who's being stabbed? What is? I can't quite make it out. So I just wish it was a little tighter, but I do appreciate just the mystic. Like, is this even real?
Yeah.
And the look on this mom's face, how she looks at the end of this book, getting her daughter back and seeing what fucked up things were made from these playthings. I mean, it is not what I thought, and it was haunting. It was very, very disturbingly creepy. But it ended how it needed to end, and this was a lot of fun. I loved these 5 issues. So this is a solid recommend for Playthings.
Absolutely. And I have got Ranger Stranger Deep Cuts number 1. He's back finally. I meant to wear my Ranger Stranger shirt. I didn't get a chance to wear it. It's just as hilarious. I can't recommend this enough. If you want tasteless, disgusting, and offensive humor, here you go. I love it. I can't recommend this enough for the great laugh that you get from every vignette in this. This is a very welcome comic when you read depressing stories like Local Man and everything else from DC Comics, or out of work superheroes and such. This is a very welcome comic, and it is a comic book. That's what I love. It's great. It's hysterical. Strongest recommends for Ranger Stranger Deep Cuts number 1.
I agree.
All right, we're on to the top. Number 2, I got Strange Academy Finals number 5.
I have Ranger Stranger Deep Cuts number 1.
Why don't you finish my thoughts on that?
I have so much fun reading this. It's very rare for me to laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Repeatedly while reading a comic book ever, or any book really. But like, when at the end of every vignette, I am just busting out laughing or smiling the whole time because of how just over the top ridiculous.
Yes.
And they're all so different.
Yeah.
They're all so incredibly different. It's like, I don't know who this. I've never met these people.
I met the team at New York Comic Con. I think in 2020. It was when we had the Born of Blood preview edition.
Oh.
They were there for Scout, and great guy. I wish it hadn't come out yet. I think, or is a preview. I didn't read the preview yet, but I really wish I had that. I could tell them, dude, this is fucking hysterical, man. This is great stuff.
I would love to meet these guys and be like, this is Scout's bread and like what this is. I mean, this is a fucking hidden gem. The fact that people aren't talking about it, I don't know why, because this thing is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And I keep coming back to the one where he's just in the cabin and he's typing that story up, and how it's just him looking out the window. What did I just write? Like this little. I cannot. I'm very childish when it comes to my humor, and some of this stuff is it's downright childish, but I absolutely fucking love it.
It's over. A lot of the series, a lot of the vignettes are clearly very over the top, but
even the ads that
the ads are great. Yeah,
so
it's like I'm reading before Mad Magazine had Trump derangement syndrome.
Yes,
Mad Magazine was legitimately funny.
Yes,
I had a subscription for like 15 years.
Yeah,
and I was digging it. I was loving it, and everything was funny about it. And this reminds me of those days reading Mad Magazine back when it was funny.
Absolutely. This is a super mega hit. This thing should be selling in the tens of that. Like, this thing is just massive. This is so fun. So yeah, if you can find it, I don't even know how available this is. I don't know. But if you can find it, pick it up and read it. You will have an awesome time with this.
Yeah. And speaking of an awesome time, I got Strange Academy, Finals number 5. So like I said, it's the first annual commencement ceremony of the school, which means the parents are here.
Yay!
Hey. Yeah, I love the reaction to the discovery of Doyle's mom. You know, how she looks and how he actually has a mom.
But
how? Yeah. So we get the origin of Doyle, the tragedy of it, and how he became who he is now, and we get the Dormammu at the school too. Yeah, the prophecy is being fulfilled.
Here to bargain.
Yep. So effectively, Doyle leading the charge with his classmates against Dormammu. That's how it had to be. That's the prophecy, and it's Doyle against his girlfriend. There's a big showdown, lover versus lover, friend versus friend, students versus teacher. And at the very end, we get a big surprise for one of the characters. This was good. Once again, I love the art, the dialogue, the pacing, the villains. It's all great here. My one complaint, I wanted more Man-Thing. Man-Thing shows up very, very briefly.
Very briefly.
You drop Man-Thing, I want more Man-Thing. All right. It's like, you seem very, it's like, I want more Man-Thing. Yeah, regardless, strong recommend. Strange Academy number 5. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Creme de la creme. Number 1, I've got Tim Drake. Oh no,
X-Men Red.
The Ambassadors. Number 1.
I did not see that as your number 1.
I did not see that as your number 1 either.
I was hemming and hawing.
So Keith, first appearance of Pepsi Cola Girl.
Pepsi Cola Girl.
Pepsi Cola Girl. Yep. She's been optioned. She got a TV deal and everything. Yeah.
And commercials.
Kidding. It's a joke. Anyway, this lady here, she is a scientist in prison who with the assistance of a scientist on the outside, was able to come up with a superpowered body and a procedure to create superpowered people. And she's only gifting it to 8 different people across the globe. Effectively a Willy Wonka thing. Yeah. And I love that breakdown to the president. Like, me, like Willy Wonka? He's like, oh my God.
Yeah. So everyone has to be nice to get him. He's like, oh, we're fucked.
Oh, I love it. This issue is violent. It's crazy. It's funny. It's brutal. It's mysterious. It's well illustrated. Frank Whitley on the art. Love it. Well paced. This is yet another kick-ass, no pun intended, issue from Mark Miller. What the effing fuck? How's he doing this? He's schooling everyone right now.
Yes, I wrote down, in the hands of a lesser writer, this would come off as cheesy, stupid,
ham-fisted,
lazy, and just downright awful. But how he's able to write, an actual real writer of comics who loves comics and can write people and dialogue, he can put in so much backstory and creativity into these characters in one single issue, to where it's like, I want to read the next. I immediately wanted to read the next one.
And you have a great artist too. It's like, I got to see what he's going to do next time too.
Yeah, because there's characters that he introduces in here, especially at the very end. Yeah, it's like, who the fuck is this?
What did he just do?
Yeah, like wait, what? Huh? Like, who is this? What the fuck?
Yeah,
he has so many of those moments, and just how he writes her. She could come off as easily as a Mary Sue, who's the best at everything, knows everything, and is just completely unlikable.
Queen Slay.
Yeah. But how she's written by him, it's like, no, it's like, holy shit. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Is she Willy Wonka? I don't know.
We don't know. What are her intentions for this? She's acting like, no, everyone that's good is going to get them. And we're going to have a tryouts. It's like how they'll be picked. And it's like, are they though?
Don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, because Mark Miller leaves no stone unturned. So
he doesn't.
Yeah. So there'll be twists and turns along the way. I guarantee it. So I cannot wait to see what happens next.
Absolutely. A lot of fun.
Absolutely. Like, he's Mazel tov. He's got another home run. And
he does.
He is a Harlem Globetrotter schooling the Washington Generals right now. It is no joke.
Yeah. I mean, he's essentially like his own murderer's row.
Let's put it. I'm going to say this again for the cheap seats. He is a millionaire.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do this.
No.
Does not.
Like, he's putting out multiple titles. He could just do one. Even if he wanted to. Yeah. Just for fun. It's like, no, he's putting out several.
That are amazing.
All of them are bangers. And it's like, no one does this. Like, who does? No one does this.
No, he's, like I said, he is schooling everyone. And it's just like, you guys aren't even trying. He doesn't have to try.
He doesn't have to.
And he's schooling all of you.
Yeah. everyone can take a note or 10 from Mark. He needs to be hosting seminars, Zoom meetings. I don't know what people have to do. How much you have to pay him to come in to be like, this is how you fucking write a comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull your head out of your ass. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
Man. Mark does it again.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. That's our top 10 of the week. Yes. We did read good books this week.
See?
Yeah. So what do you think? Are we 100% correct? Is Cal 1% correct? Am I 100% correct? Please let us know in the comments. And please remember to like, subscribe, comment, the notification bell. It's down there somewhere. Usually. And if you just watched this and didn't watch our Skip It's a Mess, please do check that out. It's gonna be the highest viewed videos. People comment saying like they don't like them. It's like you're in the minority. You're in the minority. All right.
Yeah. That's what I hate watch.
Yeah. So I'll be at MEGACON this week. Stop by the booths, come say hi, get some autographs. We got a ton of exclusives, a ton of writers there, whatnotters, and Rachi the cosplayer there all weekend. So yeah, should be a good time. And in the meantime, keep watching the skis.